Mayor Cicilline is here with us today because much of what we're doing is a product of his vision. The Metro Transit study, the bus rapid transit routes we're looking at, the improvements not only of transit in Providence, the greater Providence area, but throughout Rhode Island, are founded on what's coming out of the Metro Transit study. This was all really the efforts of Mayor Cicilline. He drove it, he pulled it together, he worked with Mark Therian, our AGM of Planning, to put together a very good program. I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
Thank you, John. Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here. I want to acknowledge, of course, the great leadership of John Rupp and all the members of the board, Mr. Kennedy and others, for their great work with RIPTA. I want to acknowledge Al Mascola and say what a great partner he has been and continues to be. But I really want to first acknowledge the great leadership of Senator Reed. When we began to really talk about how do we invest in transit and build a system in our state that will really facilitate the future economic development in this state, but also improve quality of life and be sure that we understand that transit is really at the center of a livable city and a livable state. And it's a key economic development strategy that we be able to move people to and from work and around all of Rhode Island, and rapid bus transit was a key part of that. And the acquisition of these new vehicles is really another step forward for the capital city and for our state as we continue to work to reduce emissions and make our transportation system greener, cleaner, and more efficient and more user-friendly. It was not a difficult sell. Senator Reed has been a leader in the area of transportation for many, many years and has been a great advocate. And I really want to thank the Senator not only for this investment, but for his leadership in shepherding other investments that have really leveraged investments that we've made here in the city of Providence and in Rhode Island to create jobs, to rebuild our economy, and to get people working again. So thank you, Senator Reed, for your great work. I also want to thank the Federal Transit Administration and all of the administrators of the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act who have been responsible for helping shepherd this through. This new fleet of vehicles will improve fuel economy by approximately 20%, so it will provide savings of about 20%. These are smoother, quieter rides, a reduction of engine noise, a reduction in pollution, obviously beautiful, aesthetically very pleasing, all things that will encourage additional ridership and greater efficiencies in the system. This is a product of a lot of work in the Transit 20 work, and I want to particularly acknowledge Tom Deller from my office, also a RIPTA board member, for his great work, and all the RIPTA staff, and also all the people who are here from the Providence Foundation. Dan Bodwin, thank you, has been a big proponent of this. This is really recognition that not only are we putting people to work, these, as Senator Reed mentioned, these vehicles were built in America, and I've been talking a lot about how we need to make things here again in this country. These were built here in America. They'll be staffed by people from Rhode Island, making it easier for people to get to work and get around in our system of public transportation. And this has been a passion of lots of people, but it's a real passion of mine as well. I really do see this as a key way for Rhode Island to rebuild its economy, to continue to make investments in transit, and to bring our transit system in the 21st century, and to build upon the great work of RIPTA with a streetcar system and rapid bus transit, and this is the beginning of that. So thank you again to Senator Reed and our delegation. Thank you for the great partnership with RIPTA, and thank you all for being here today.